Question 11, a function is defined by f of x, which is equal to 4 over x cubed, then minus 3 over x, then plus 2 for x not equal to 0, because if x is 0, then that means that when you get 3 over 0 or 4 over 0, then this one is going to become undefined. Okay, so the graph of y is equal to f of x is shown in the diagram. Part A, find a set of values of x for which f of x is decreasing. So for a decreasing function, then the f prime of that x, f prime of x, the dy dx has to be less than what? 0. So if f of x from here is 4, then x power negative 3, take these ones up using the rules of indices. So minus 3, then x power negative 1 plus 2. This implies that f prime, when we differentiate this with respect to x, take this one down here. This one is going to be negative 12, then x power negative 4. Then when this one comes here and multiplies with the negative 3, it will become a positive 3, then x to the power of negative 2. And of course, you know that when you differentiate a negative, it disappears. So meaning we are having negative, or I can write the positive first, 3, then over x squared, then minus 12 over x to the power of 4. Okay, that is what we are having there. So for a decreasing function, just like I said before, for a decreasing function, okay, then f prime of x is less than 0. So we get this one here, 3 over x squared minus 12 over x power 4. Then this one is less than what? 0. What is the LCM of this one here? Of x squared and x power 4 is x power 4. That means I can multiply everywhere by x power 4. So x power 4 here, when I multiply it, this one will reduce this to x squared. That means we shall get 3x squared. Then when I multiply it here, automatically this one disappears, and then we shall get 12, then less than 0. Then I can divide all through by 3. That means we shall have x squared minus 4, which 4 is 2 squared. Now this is a difference of 2 squares, so I can have x plus 2 and then x minus 2, which is less than what? 0. Since the coefficient of x squared here is a positive, that means we are going to have a U-shaped curve. And that U-shaped curve has the critical points. When I equate this one to 0, it will give me a negative 2. When I equate this one to 0, it will give me a positive 2. So that means here I will have negative 2, and then here I will have positive 2. Now, we need the values that are negative. Y has to be negative, okay? So this region here is negative because it is below the x-axis, right? And then this one, which is above the x-axis, is positive even here. So from here, that means this is the required region, okay? From negative 2 to positive 2. So that means my answer is going to be negative 2 less than x less than 2. As simple as that. Part B, a triangle is bounded by the y-axis, the normal to the curve at the point where x is equal to 1, and the tangent to the curve at the point where x is equal to negative 1. Find the area of the triangle. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Now, let us go back and we look at how this graph looks like. The normal to the curve at x is equal to 1, probably x is equal to 1 is around here, okay? So the normal is the one that is actually perpendicular to the tangent, okay? Probably the tangent is this one here. You see that? But we are interested in the normal. Then from there, the tangent at x is equal to negative 1. So probably x is equal to negative 1 is around here. So the tangent has to be like that, right? So I will have, let's say, the tangent there, like maybe that, okay? Yeah, that is, this one here is the tangent at x is equal to negative 1. This is the normal at x is equal to 1. Now, they want the triangle. This is the triangle that is formed between y-axis, then these two lines. This is the one here. So we need to know where this one cuts the y-axis. In other words, I need to get the equation of this tangent, okay, at this point here where x is equal to -1. Of course, when I get that equation of that straight line, I will be knowing the y-intercept here. Then I also need to find the equation of this line here, the normal. I will also be knowing where it cuts the y-axis there. That means the difference between these two will be like the base of that triangle. Are we there? Then, where these two are meeting, maybe if I take it like that, that will be the height of that triangle. You see that? That will be the height of that triangle. So, meaning I will have to find the point of intersection here. So, I use the two equations I've gotten here. I solve them simultaneously. Then after solving them simultaneously, I will get the value of x here, which will actually be a negative. Okay? That value of x is going to be a negative, but length cannot be a negative. So I will just make it positive. That will be the height of that triangle. So I will say a half times the base is the difference between these two values, then times this height here. As simple as that. Okay? Now, let's go to what we are supposed to do now. So I've said that we are supposed to find the equation of these two lines. So let's begin with, first of all, did we differentiate? When we check back here, yes, we have the derivative. It is this one here. So 3 over x squared, then minus 12 out of x power 4. So when I come back to this one here, I'll say my f prime is equal to the 3 over x squared, then minus the 12 out of x to the power of 4. Now, for x is equal to 1, what will be for x is equal to 1? What will be the f prime of 1? In other words, the gradient of that tangent, because first you get the gradient of the tangent, then from there you can get the gradient of the normal. Okay, so when I put 1 here, of course, this will be 3 over 1, then minus 12 over 1. That one will give us -9. So gradient of tangent, the gradient of tangent then will be -1 over the gradient of, the gradient of the normal is going to be -1 over the gradient of the tangent. So gradient of normal is going to be equal to -1 over -9, which is actually 1 over 9. Why is it like that? Because m1 times m2 is equal to -1. And the tangent and the normal are perpendicular. You see that? All right. Now, for x is equal to 1, because remember when we are finding the equation of a straight line, we must get the gradient and also a point through which it passes. So for x is equal to 1, then what is y? Okay, when we check back our y here, y is going to be now 4 over 1, then minus 3 over 1, then plus 2. Okay, 4 over 1, 4 out of 1 minus 3 out of 1, then plus 2. Don't you think this is 1, then plus 2, we get a 3? So, finding the equation of this normal, equation of normal. This one is going to be y minus y1. So minus 3 is equal to m, which is 1 over 9, into x minus x1, which is 1. So meaning y is going to be equal to x over 9, then minus 1 over 9, then plus the 3. So this will be the y-intercept, okay? So 9 times 3, that is 27, minus 1, that is 26. So we shall have y is equal to x over 9, then plus 26 over 9. That is that. I keep it. Then I also go for for this one, for x is equal to -1. There we are having a tangent, okay? So what is f prime of -1? So we shall have 3 over -1, of course, squared, then minus 12 over -1, then power 4. Even power of a negative is always a 1. So this one is also 3 minus 12, which is a -9. Now this is the gradient of the tangent. Now for, again, x is equal to -1, what is the value of y? Y here is 4 over x cubed, then minus 3 over x plus 2. So when I go back here, this one will be 4 over x cubed, so -1 cubed, then minus 3 over x, and then plus 2. So all the power of a negative is a negative, so this will be -4, and then this one will be a positive. So -4 plus 3, that one gives us -1, then plus 2, that one will give us +1. So meaning we are having that point -1, 1, okay? So equation, here we are supposed to get equation of tangent. So equation of the tangent, we shall have y minus y1, so the y1 is -1, then which is equal to m is -9 here, then into x minus x1, the x1 is a -1, so it will then be a plus here. So meaning y is going to be equal to -9x, then minus 9. When this one crosses, it's a plus. So meaning the equation of that tangent is y, which is equal to -9x, then minus 8. So I also keep that one there. Now we solve these two simultaneously, because remember, where they meet, it is going to give us the height, okay? Solving the two equations simultaneously, I'll just equate them, and then I have x over 9 plus 26 over 9. Then this one is equal to -9x minus 8. So bring this one this side, we shall have 1 over 9 plus the 9. That one will give us x, then -8 here. When this one crosses, it's a negative. So -26 over 9. So here 9 times 9, that is 81. Then plus 1, that is 82. Then over 9 of x. And then what will this one give us? -72. Then minus 26. That will be minus 98. So minus 98 over 9. Of course, the 9 will go, and then x will be -98 out of 82. When I divide all through by 2, it will be -49 out of 41. Now, our diagram, the one that I was talking about, is like this here. I have this, the x-axis, okay? And if this one is the y-axis, now we have this normal, okay? The normal, and then we have the tangent. Maybe something like that. So, this is the tangent at which point? The point was -1, 1. This is the normal, okay? At which point? 1. Then the y coordinate was 3. Yes, was 3. These two are meeting here. So where they are meeting, this is -49 over 41. You see that? Then this gives me the height that I'm talking about. This height here is this value from here up to there, okay? Then here, where the normal crosses the y-axis, you can see from these two equations here that this one here is the y-intercept. So it is 26 over 9. So I'll put here 26 over 9. Then here where the tangent crosses y-axis, we have seen it is -8. Yes, I think -8. So this is -8. So this is the triangle whose area we are supposed to get. Now, what are we going to do? Area of triangle, we are going to get a half, then times the base. The base is this one here. So I will have 26 over 9. I will subtract, then minus 8. So it's like I'm adding these two, right? This one here plus the 8 here. Okay, then times the height, which is here, which is this value, but height cannot be a negative. So I just write 49 out of 41. So when we multiply all of this, what do we get? 0.5 into 26 out of 9. This one, I'm adding 8 there, and then times 49 out of 41. Okay, we have 2401 out of 369. Then since they told us to give our answer to 3 significant figures, then what will this one give us? To 3 significant figures, that will be 6.51. 6.51. 3 significant figures. Don't put here centimeters squared, because the units they used here, you don't know them. What is sketched there, it is just a sketch. You don't know that it was done under centimeters. Okay, so just write that figure there, 6.51. So this has been it for this paper. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. If you find the content very helpful, kindly like, share, and even subscribe. See you in the next videos.